Okay, so this is my second Wi-Fi battle. Hope you guys enjoy. So he says it was Lucario. I'm like, oh fuck. But then all of a sudden he just returns his Lucario and sends out his fortress. I don't know if he misclicked. He said that he misclicked, but I don't know. So I go out and run on my champ, you know, to do some powerhouse damage right now. And I dynamic punch it, so I'm like, oh cool, this thing is gonna die. And as you can see, in about a minute, it's going to be left with about 5 health. And I wasn't expecting that, so we'll see what happens. He gets confused, which is a plus, and I'm like, alright, so I have a chance. Maybe he could hurt himself. And yeah. So he gets rid of my substitute, and I'm like, what am I going to do here? So I just go for another dynamic punch, and the thing dies. I forget what he switches out to, but he goes into his Dusk Noir, and I'm like, crap, because my Machamp is Choice Scarf. I don't know why it is, because it's a lead, so it shouldn't have the Choice Scarf on there, but I don't know why I put it on there, to be honest with you guys. So you'll see me here, just some of my losing because usually Dusk Noirs have the normal moveset as in like Fire Punch, Will-O-Wisps, those fun things like that. So I burn it, he goes for a Fire Punch, and it does no damage, so he's probably like crapping himself right now. And then he withdraws his Dusk Noir and sends out Lucario again. So I'm like, crap, this thing's gonna be terrible for me. So I just predicted the switch that he was gonna do his Lucario, because Lucario is a special attack sweeper, so, and my Weezing's a defense wall, so that's pretty good play he did, but I predicted the switch very well and used Flamethrower, which is super effective to Lucario, and brought him down to 1/3 health. So now I return my Weezing because that I know he's going to kill me. So I send out my Machamp, just trying to make it fodder, and then he uses a Dark Pulse, and I'm like, oh, I predicted that switch pretty well. And he does no damage. He goes for the Dark Pulse again, and I'm thinking, why, and then later on after the match he told me that it was choice scarf. And I'm like, oh, that's probably why. And I use payback, doesn't do much damage, so I'm predicting the switch here to the Destino War because it's a defense war. So I predict the switch and use payback, and as you can see, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, and I end up hitting him with a payback. I don't think it kills him though, which is kind of upsetting. So he gets his leftovers, gets hit by the burn, and is kind of left with no health. I think he just leaves it in to die. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he leaves it in to die. It dies. After this, I think he sends out Lucario again. And I don't know what he was thinking. I think he was trying to think that, oh, I was going to do a switch out or something to block against that Lucario, so he goes for the Dark Pulse again. And as you tell from before, that didn't work out very well. So I just used the payback because, like I said, I'm Choice Scarf, can't use any other move but payback, and the Lucario ends up dying. Now, I kind of forget what he sends out next. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, he goes into... Okay, so he goes into his Leafeon, and I'm like, crap, this thing could be dangerous to my champ. It goes for a substitute, and I'm like, alright, cool. I think at this point I'm just saying I'm just going to leave my champion for fodder, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, so it breaks the substitute, and he goes for a Sword Dance, and I'm like, okay, so he's just gonna let it die. So I go for a payback, and unfortunately, it does not kill him, so I'm like, crap. So I finally decide to switch out. I'm gonna go back into my Weezing. And I'm like, alright, it's Sword Dancing, so it's obviously gonna have some kind of normal attack, so I put on my defense roll. And it goes for a Leaf Blade, and I'm like, holy crap, this thing did a lot more damage than I wanted it to do. So I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, just in case he does switch out to something else, or I don't know. So he goes for a Wish. And I'm like, why didn't you go... I'm thinking, why didn't he go for the substitute? I don't know. But I go for the Flamethrower, and I believe that thing is going to die. And it does, okay. And after that, I think all he has left is one Pokemon. And let's see. And it's an Electivire, so and this is, I think this is game because his Electivire is a attack powerhouse, and mine is just a giant wall that you can't get through with an Electivire. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, because burning, makes your attack lowered, and it also damages you every turn, so that's always a plus. So it gets the burn damage, and I get the heal from my Black Sludge, and from here I think it's just him hitting me. Oh, he hits me with an Ice Punch, and this is really nifty right here. Watch this. I get frozen. But somehow I get very lucky, and it falls out the same turn, so... He gets Flamethrowered, and then from there, it's pretty much downhill for his Electivire, but ends up dying, and it was a good match. What can I say? So, rate, comment, say, just let me know how do you think I did, and what do you think I should do better, and enjoy the rest of the video.